Heroes and Legends, Generations 4, The Holy War, Episode 18, Payback. The forces of the Builderon, now led by the successor, Kōkei Urca Bipal. After Tri Urca, his friend, was defeated and failed to rescue Duval, now was in encampment with both Shane and Trey of Derisi. He walked around the encampment to encourage Derisi as they had to stop the Fedels and the Orange Army, led by Linda, from returning to the universe, as they is going to pivot their way back to the bankrupt space to resurrect their allies and those that are sympathetic to her cause. Fearing that since the majority of the Empire was now in the dimensions and was suffering heavy losses, Linda's escape to the universe would spell certain doom for the Empire. And so, this was an important mission for Kōkei, to save his empire and his friends and loved ones. He walked around the encampment as it began to snow and talked to Shane and Trey, who were both talking to themselves, to each other. Shane was like, "I can't believe it. Duval, how? Why wasn't I there to save you?" And then Trey replied, "We have to avenge him, my lord. It is the only way. We have great history together. He and the Federation of Flower were good people and stayed the peace in not only in the bankrupt space, but were the key pillars of staying peace in the universe. We cannot allow that treacherous Linda and the Orange Army to get away with this." And then both of them turned and saw Kōkei there. They bowed down and said, "Lord and Master, Successor, you're here in this battle." Then Kōkei's like, "Yes, I am. I'm here to support you guys. I feel my late Lord and Master Asuke's magic within me, and the Fedels have greatly injured my friend as well. I cannot allow them to destroy our empire from behind us. This one is as personal to me as it is to you. I will be lending my aid in this battle. I expect you two, veterans of war, to give it your all as well." The two Risi generals bowed down to the successor and prepared themselves for war. Then Kōkei walked up and found that someone else was there, Aaliyah Super, the daughter of Robert Super of the Risi. She was excited to be fighting in this war, and this would be her first major battle within the war itself. Kōkei then went to Aaliyah and said, "You do know that Stanley is not here, right? I know that you have feelings for him. So why join this battle?" Then she said, "My Lord Successor, I thank you for acknowledging me and my feelings for Stanley. However, I am here to show my mettle and might to his father and his bosses. And if I can impress the family, I must indeed be able to impress him." Kōkei then laughed and said, "Indeed, Aaliyah, you are very ambitious. I am thankful, but you are on our side." And so, after parting ways with her and making last final preparations, it was the Lord Successor, Kōkei, who gave the orders to charge. "Open the gates! It is time to avenge our fallen allies and bring justice not only to Duval, but all those that have died fighting for our cause in this war. Forward!" And then the trooper said, "Yes, Lord Successor, we'll fight to the end for you." The gates had opened, the forces spread out, and the war was on. Linda laughed at the fools that had come to attack her. So the old treacherous Shane and Trey, who joined the builder uncowardly, outried in the witch's son and chosen successor. Fine, I'll take Kōkei's head as a trophy for when I return to the universe and solidify my rule as the rightful ruler of it. ruler of all the universe, and way beyond my current space. My sisters, serve on, my orange army. Raise your blades. This will be our finest hour. George! The battle was on. The forces, the Builderon, and the Orange Army fought fiercely. The heavy artillery and cannon fire of the Orange Army was impressive. They were well equipped and prepared for a long war. Kōkei used his magic to make the blasters in the enemy's hands hot, and he had no choice but to drop them. And then he took his magical shield and swinging around, hitting them in their heads, and began fighting that way. Shane used his impressive sword power and his prime power to fight off the enemies. Trey led the cavalry forces with his spear and charge. Aaliyah too was fighting as well, protecting the rear guard. Elsewhere, the forces were fighting hard against their foes. And Hilda and Mary, the sisters of Linda, raced their forces to charge the enemy. Shane saw this and went to intercept them to protect the main camp. Trey went after Servion, and the two spearmen had a duel. And Kōkei continued to use his magic to beat back and destroy the Fedel mechs that were approaching them. The battle was evenly matched, as each side held their own. The elder-powered Fedels and the prime-powered Builderon, who will emerge victorious. However, reinforcements from the Neo-Fedel had arrived. They were from Frederick and Bethel, who had answered Linda's call for reinforcements to protect them as they would return to the universe. Bethel was stunned to see that the Builderon had already found them out. Frederick was determined to have a good time in this battle and to aid the fellow Fedels and secure a victory for the elder forces and taking the universe right from under the nose of the Builderon. Aaliyah Super then saw this chance to make a name for herself, and she told the units, "My lords, do not worry about these enemy reinforcements. I am enough for them. Come, Max." She had her own androids and Max from the Super clan to attack the enemy reinforcements. I'll keep them at bay. You focus on taking down Linda and the Orange Army. Now go. Shane was greatly impressed by Aaliyah's strategy and quick thinking, and made note to himself, she'd be a fine addition to the family. Only if that is my son's choice, that is. But I am greatly impressed. Hearing that, Aaliyah blushed as she raced towards the battlefield, full of energy and vigor and great determination to not disappoint her potential father-in-law. Elsewhere, Kōkei had finally arrived to face Linda. Linda was powered up. An orange glow was around her. She vowed to destroy him. "You fool! I'll take your head. Don't you not see it? The hour of the Builderon is over. My late Lord and Emperor Angelo was right about you Builderon fools. And now I'm going to succeed where he has failed, to bring you all down." Kōkei said, "You fool. You live in the past. All of us have moved on. But yet, your actions have affected our present, and I cannot allow you to destroy our future. Come." The two leaders fought off. Linda used her